Hi earthy people, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gerard, Witch of Earth's Curious Goods, and today I'm going to show you a spell to summon your ancestors, your spirits from the past. And the reason for today's spell is because Samhain, or also known as Halloween, All Hallows Eve, is getting really close. For us, it's going to be here on Monday. So I thought I would make this video to help those that would want to communicate with the spirits of your ancestors or spirits of your past. And with the veil thinning, with the plane of this existence and the plane of the other existence of our ancestors is a lot thinner, so the communication is a lot easier. So a lot of witches and spiritualists will communicate a lot with spirits of the dead, of your ancestors, anything from the other side. During Samhain, it's just traditionally done that way. It's also a celebration of the dead, so depending on what tradition that you do, depending on what spiritual path that you're on, that day could also mean different things for you. For me in particular, I find it that it's a great day to communicate with spirits, with ancestors, with those that have come before us. So I thought I would show you a simple spell to do that, right? Because what I've seen over the internet and a lot online, especially on YouTube too, it shows where you need so much stuff to just communicate with the spirits, and then it has a very taboo kind of feel to it, where it's like you can't really do it, or nothing but evil things will happen to you, or it could be a mess. Now, before we move on, I do want to caution you and give you that warning that, make no mistake, it isn't a game, nothing to play with. If you are very new to the craft, or if you already have this sense of fear about it, I would highly recommend to stop the video and kind of get your basics of the craft, of spirituality. Being able to communicate with spirits does require a very peaceful demeanor, a state of mind. Also requires a foundational sense of practice with your craft, okay? You're just very comfortable with it. So with that in mind, without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so we're going to need a few things. You're going to need 2 candles. And you're going to need a mirror. Now, any regular hand mirror will do. If you have a pocket mirror, so forth, that will also do, but you'll just need a mirror. Today I'm going to be using my mirror that I have traditionally used for magic and spiritual work, and especially when it comes to communicating with spirits. And my mirror in particular I have made, it's also called just the black mirror. It's a black surface mirror where there's no reflection. It's very dark, so it's just painted really dark. So if you don't have this, I just want to let you know that a regular mirror does work. Before I got my black mirror, I just used a regular mirror for many years, and I just eventually did get a black mirror. First off, make sure that your state of mind is very calm, collected. If you meditate, then please meditate. If breathing works for you, then please breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, because we want to let go the daily stresses of life, the daily stresses of the mundane world, the daily stresses of the day. We want to let that go, okay? Then you're just going to take your 2 candles and just put it to the left and right of the actual mirror, okay? Now, if you are more comfortable with standing the mirror up, then by all means do that. Just make sure, and I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see, just make sure that the candles are apart from the mirror, okay? We don't want the candles like this. We don't want it all the way up front. Should be right on the sides of the mirror. For me, from me in general, I find it to be very successful with the mirror laying flat. So that's why I'm going to show you guys what I do. So I do lay the mirror flat, and I just have the candles on the left and right side of the mirror, okay? Now I do take my hands and I do touch the mirror. I focus in on my ancestors. I focus in on the spirits, my thoughts. my aunts, my uncles, and if you don't know what they look like, or if you've never met anybody from your past, or there's not anyone that you really want to communicate in particular, you just want to reach out to your ancestors, then think about them, right? Think about everything that is connected to you, those that have walked the earth before you. We want this to be the conduit. This is going to be sort of like the telephone, okay? We're going to use the mirror as a way of bridging the gap between this world and the next, okay? Once you've got that all done and you're nice and settled and you're all quiet, I would highly recommend that you turn off all light sources. It should be very dark in your room that you're doing this at, okay? No sources of light, no flashlights, no lamp, no, little glow lights, nothing of that, okay? The only lights that you'll have are just these two. And for my video, I'm keeping the lights on so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. You're just going to light the candles on the sides of your mirror. And that will be your only light source, okay? Now, if you're more comfortable, then you can light the candles and then turn off all the lights in the room that you're in, but there should be no light sources, okay? So now that it's to the left and to the right of it, all the lights are out. Don't look into the mirror, okay? You're just going to stare into one of the candle's flames, whether it's in the left or the right candle. Either one, you're going to stare into the flame with both hands still touching your mirror. You're going to say this spell 3 times out loud. Bone of my bone, blood of my blood, be with me here, I summon you now. Ancestors, spirits of my past, talk with me through this looking glass. Only those who wish me well may enter here to further dwell. Okay, so now that you have said that spell while you were staring at the candle, don't look into the mirror yet, okay? You're just going to imagine a nice white light surrounding you. You're protected, you're warm, you're in this nice beautiful bubble. Nothing can harm you. You are safe, perfectly safe, okay? If you can't imagine that, or you're not good at visualizing it, you're gonna say it out loud. Tell yourself that you are in a wonderful golden warm bubble where it's just a beautiful light. It's warm, you feel protected, you are safe, perfectly safe. Nothing can harm you, nothing can hurt you. It's impenetrable. Only those that you will let in can enter your beautiful, warm, bright bubble. Now you're just going to let go of the mirror. Now you can look into the mirror. Slowly bring your head over it. See your reflection. Look into your eyes. What do you see? Sometimes you will see lights. You'll see messages, shapes. Sometimes your face will swirl and morph into your ancestor, those that have walked before you. Are there any thoughts and messages coming through to you? Are they saying anything? How do you feel? What is the sensation that's coming over you? What are the messages? After you have spent a few minutes communing with your ancestors, with your spirit guides, for those that have come before you, the spirits that of your past that want to give you messages, you're going to place your hands back onto the mirror, and then you're going to say this spell to bid them farewell. I'm grateful for the messages sent. I bid thee thank you and farewell. Go from here with peace I send. After you have said that license to depart, you may now turn on the lights, blow out the candles. And I would recommend to quickly write down all of the messages, the feelings, what you saw on a piece of paper, in a journal. If you have a book of shadows, I would highly recommend to do that. For those of you that prefer using your grimoire, I would recommend that as well. but just be thankful for the messages, right? Now, traditionally, with the mirror, now this is considered something that you use for your magical work. When I did use my hand mirror in the past, I would only use that mirror for magic going forward. Just because I have used it for magic, and I just felt like it was infused with that type of energy still, instead of using it to, put on my makeup or doing my hair or something of that nature. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video and spell, and I hope you receive those messages that you're meant to receive from the other side. And for those of you that celebrate Halloween or Samhain, happy Samhain. Until then, stay earthy, stay magical, and don't forget, love yourself and others. Bye for now.